Listen. Can't make it out. Apparently hasn't been drinking.
He doesn't show any signs of injury except for he fell on his head there.
I'm afraid he's had a stroke or something like that.
Oh. I guess I fainted. I worked late tonight, getting a little salt air before I go home.
You better sit in the car a minute.
Oh, no.
We'll call an ambulance.
Oh, no. I only live a couple of blocks from here, Ocean Street.
Well, we'll give you a ride home then. Do you have some identification?
Identification? Yeah, my wallet, it's...
Rheingold Beer. Rheingold Extra Dry, New York's original dry beer, the most popular beer in the East, presents... Code 3.
My name is Barrett, Assistant Sheriff, Los Angeles County. This case is one of the most unfortunate and aggravating, and I might add most unusual, in the entire history of the Sheriff's Office of Los Angeles County. We thought you ought to see it.
Morning, Jean.
Good morning. Deputy Randall will be here in a few minutes, Captain.
Any other calls?
Mr. Williams of the Businessmen's Club.
Not that again.
Yes, that again, Captain. And this time I told them you'd do it.
Oh, no.
You're the guest speaker 1 month from Saturday.
But I don't like to make speeches.
Captain Morse, those men all have factories and warehouses in this district. And since you're constantly making speeches to us about the ideals and efficiency of the Sheriff's Department, you can certainly spare a little one for the Businessmen's Club. It's on Saturday the 27th, and you have a whole month to think about it.
Miss Sweeney, if I were a civilian, I think I might fire you.
Hi, Gene.
Good morning.
You want to see me, Captain?
Yeah, I got another call from that fellow you and Wilson picked up the other night. You know, that heart attack victim?
Herbert Brecker.
Yeah, Brecker. Yeah, he's complaining some money disappeared from his wallet.
Oh?
Yeah, he says it contained only $3 when there should have been 40 or 50. Any idea what could have happened to him before you and Wilson got there?
No, I haven't. There was no sign of any fight. I had to look in his wallet because he was so sick. Then we had to put him in the car right away.
Did you notice how much money was in the wallet?
Just there were several bills. Don't know how much.
Then either Brecker's mistaken or he mislaid it somewhere. Or maybe somebody stole it before you fellas got there. Cap Morse. Yeah, 1249 East Harbor Street. Right. Oh, the desk wants you and Wilson to cover this. Man threatening his wife with a gun at that number.
Yes, sir.
Take care of yourself.
don't just stand there. Come on in.
Deputies Randall and Wilson. Are you the lady that called about...
Yes, I'm Mrs. Pratt. It took you long enough to get here. He's gone. He ran away with the car just before you came. Hiding, the coward. Well, go get him. Arrest him.
Who?
Who? My husband. Do you know what he did? Shot me. The little snake. He shot me.
Where?
Right in the... Never mind where. Just go catch him.
Well, aren't you hurt? Have you called a doctor?
No, I don't need a doctor. All I want is to get my hands on that worm. He just left a minute ago. Well, what are you waiting for?
Where's the gun?
He took it with him.
What's he look like?
I told you, he looks just like a worm.
Are you Mr. Pratt?
Yes.
Will you step out, please?
She sent you, didn't she? She started it, officer. A man's home is his castle, isn't it? Well, mine isn't. It's a torture chamber, a dungeon. She's a dedicated woman, officer, dedicated to making my life as miserable as she can.
Where's the gun?
The gun? What gun? Oh, it's the gun. It's in there. Can't smoke. Can't watch wrestling on TV. For 16 years you've been dictating my life. But my records, my music. Who can object to Beethoven, Brahms, Shostakovich? You want to know who? Her, that's who. The phonograph annoyed her, so that demented witch smashed my records. Smashed them right in the middle of Orpheus and Hades. That's when I shot her.
Here's the gun. Air rifle. BBs.
I hope it stung good.
You want to get in your car?
Where are you taking me? To jail?
Worse than that, buddy. We're taking you home.
Deputy Randall, Lieutenant Keel, personnel.
How do you do, Lieutenant? How do you do? Personnel?
Sit down. Now the complaint, Johnny.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's about that call that you and Wilson answered at 1249 East Harbor Street. The fellow you picked up, Pratt. He insists that $30 was missing from his wallet after you handled it.
I made out a reports in the logbook.
The money wasn't mentioned.
I can't report on what I don't know about.
Pratt says you handled his wallet.
I did, for about 30 seconds. In front of him and Deputy Wilson. And only for the purpose of identifying him. This is the second time this has happened to me, Captain. I don't like it.
Wilson substantiates him, Lieutenant.
Randall, you say you handled his wallet. You know that's irregular.
I've done it exactly twice, Lieutenant. The first man happened to be ill. As for Pratt, we were looking for a man with a gun and didn't know what to expect. You don't ask a man who you think may be armed to reach into his pocket for anything. You do it for him.
Even if it's a BB gun?
Even if it's a bean shooter. Until you know it's a bean shooter. If I'm going to be questioned every time someone imagines he should be carrying more money than he had, then maybe it's time you men ask for my resignation.
Don't go flying off the handle.
Take it easy, Randall. Unless he deliberately omitted mention of the money from his report, he knows nothing about it, in which case all this questioning is beside the point. If the omission was deliberate, then the inference is obvious. Let's stop all this pussyfooting. Johnny, did you take any money from Brecker's wallet?
No, sir.
Did you take any money from Pratt's wallet?
I did not, sir.
Did you check the amount of money in either wallet?
No, sir.
Then assuming the money is gone, have you any idea what might have happened to it?
No, I haven't, sir.
There's nothing in this man's record to indicate that he's anything but the fine officer I believe him to be. Are you satisfied with those answers?
Do I dare not to be? But you know how particular Under Sheriff Pitches is about checking every situation or every complaint that might reflect on our personnel.
Sure, Lieutenant. I guess from where you fellas sit, I could look a little funny.
You sure could. Well, we all know, Captain, that our department is one of the best law enforcement agencies in the country. But I doubt very much if the sheriff himself expects all of us to go to heaven.
Well, if we don't, I'll guarantee you one thing. We'll have plenty of chance for law enforcement in the other place.
Getting me out of bed this time of the night to come down and shut a window.
I'm going out the car, see if anything's coming over.
Sorry, we...
Did it ever occur to you we might want that window open? Working with chemicals, the air can get pretty fouled up.
Sorry we inconvenienced you, Mr. Carl. Our only purpose in patrolling this area is to protect these plants against burglary. An open window.
What's to rob around here? Our business is mostly on paper. The only money in the place is a few bucks we keep on hand for penny cash. Locked up there in that drawer, less than $100.
People have been killed for less than $100. Thief could open that drawer with a nail file.
Be easier for him to use a key. There it is.
Uh-huh. In that case, maybe it's already been done.
Trouble with you guys, you worry too much.
The function of our department, Mr. Carl, is not so much to catch criminals, but to prevent crime. And it seems to me you make it mighty tempting.
If you're through lecturing me, officer, do you mind if I go home, go back to bed?
Not at all, Mr. Carl. If I were you, I'd find some other way to ventilate the place. Just so we won't have to get you up again. Good night, sir.
Over $90 there yesterday. This morning there was exactly $18 and some change left.
And you believe the money was stolen?
I do. Your man Randall knew where the money and the key were. Now, I was the last person to leave the plant last night and the first one down there this morning. I hate to say this, Captain, but I'm certain that Randall took the money.
Well, I'll admit it does look suspicious, but we're not certain of anything till we have the proof.
Well, it's your job to get the proof, Captain. Or am I being naive and believing that cops will blow the whistle on each other?
Mr. Carl, your charge against Randall will be thoroughly investigated. If he's proven guilty, he'll be treated like any other criminal. If he isn't...
Yeah, I know. You'll punch me in the nose. Well, if he isn't, Captain, I'll be glad to give you that pleasure, but I think he is.
May I ask you not to say anything about this to anyone until we find out?
No, of course not. I'm sorry about the crack, Captain. As a matter of fact, I even hope I'm wrong.
I hope you are, too. Good day, Mr. Carl.
Bye, Captain.
Jean?
Yes, Captain?
See if you can get Under Sheriff Pitchers on the phone right away.
Yes, sir.
They're saying it in theaters, in restaurants and bars. They're saying it on planes and trains. And in commuting cars. It's mentioned in the columns.
And whispered 'neath the moon.
They're saying it all over, and they're singing it in tune. My beer of Rheingold whenever you buy beer. It's not bitter, not sweet, extra dry flavored treat. Won't you try extra dry Rheingold beer?
Its refreshing extra dryness, its real beer taste, has made Rheingold America's most imitated beer.
Wherever you go, you hear it.
At the Met?
You bet.
My beer is Rheingold, the dry beer.
When you're at home with friends?
It's a song that never ends.
My beer is Rheingold, the dry beer.
After the show?
Wherever you go.
My beer is Rheingold, the dry beer. Think of Rheingold whenever you buy beer. It's not bitter, not sweet, extra dry flavored treat. Won't you try extra dry Rheingold beer?
Under Sheriff Pitches and Lieutenant Keel said you wanted to see me right away.
I got a job for you, Walker. Toughest one you ever tackled.
Okay.
We've had 16 incidents of unsecured plants and offices reported by Randall and Wilson in the last month. More than the entire total of the 3 other cars patrolling the district.
They must have the sharpest eyes in the department.
But 16 entries and only 2 thefts. What were they doing in the other plants?
Small thefts often aren't reported. And a deputy sheriff isn't a likely candidate for suspicion, Captain. Suppose I check the others.
Take this file, study it. Bring me everything you can, Sergeant.
Sergeant Walker began an immediate and exhaustive check of the other 14 unsecured plants to see if anyone could remember any money missing. At his third stop, the manager of the Franklin Manufacturing Company recalled a slight loss of about $35, but had never thought there was any connection with the warehouse door Randall had reported unlocked. The survey was pressed, and though not at all conclusive, the situation began to look somewhat worse for Randall when Walker reached the Merrick machine tool plant. Here again, the manager remembered a very small amount, only $20, missing shortly after Randall's report. The manager seemed to think we were making an awful lot of fuss over $20. He wanted to forget it. We didn't.
Stealing from the victim of a heart attack. Robbing people he's paid to protect. Disgracing a lot of decent, wonderful guys. Men who'd risk their lives to prevent the crimes that he's committing. Yeah?
Deputy Randall would like to see you, Captain.
All right, tell him to come in.
Oh, if you're busy, Captain.
No, not too busy, Johnny.
I'm rotating off the early morning shift tomorrow.
Glad of it, I imagine.
Well, no, I guess most of the boys would be. Night work sort of agrees with me. I like it. If anyone coming on would like to switch assignments, they got a deal.
How about your partner, Wilson? That'd go for him, too?
Just me. Wilson's had enough of those spooky streets for a while, I think.
Well, all right, Johnny. Shouldn't be too hard to arrange. I'll see what I can do.
Thank you, Captain.
What do you think of that?
He still thinks he's got a soft touch. He doesn't want to let go of it.
He's going to pull another job, just one more. And we'll be there.
Stay there, I'll handle it.
Moving around inside, but he hasn't put any lights on.
Is he in the office?
I don't know. If he is, he's playing it smart. He's coming up. me and then check the money. If he's touched it, put in the call.
Dispatcher. This is Sergeant Walker. I'd like this call put out immediately. Car number 225, number 225, go to the east gate of the plant at 749 Ocean Street and meet car number 221 there. Code 3. Now read that back.
Where's car 221?
Right over here.
Captain Morse, what is this? What's up?
Annual checkup of fingernails, haven't you heard? Put out your hands. You first, Moore. Okay, turn them over.
You're okay, Moore. Now you, Randall.
Wait a minute. What is this?
Come on, put them out, Randall.
Hold him up under the light.
Turn him over.
Wait a minute, Randall.
Boy, it looks like he's been picking violets.
Where's the money?
Hand it over.
You're the lowest form of life on this earth, Randall. A crooked cop. You're under arrest. Gentlemen, I wish I deserved that applause. For 23 years, I've watched the Sheriff's Department of Los Angeles County grow into one of the finest law enforcement agencies in this country. And never until a few days ago have I seen it disgraced. I've come here to tell you something a few of you already know. That a sheriff's deputy under my jurisdiction, whose assignment it was to protect your property, has been revealed as a common thief. I'm ashamed to tell you that he's used his authority and the faith that you and the department placed in him to steal from you. He's in custody. He'll be tried and punished according to law. I apologize. It's all I can do.
Just a minute, Captain Morse. I, for one, refuse to accept that apology. The dishonesty of the officer you mentioned is regrettable, but it certainly is no reflection on you or the department. There are dishonest people in every human organization. I commend the department and yourself, Captain, for your courage in arresting and publicly exposing this man. And I'm sure I speak for all of us when I say that we respect you even more, and if this is possible, have even greater faith in you now than ever before.
people than ever are saying, my beer is Rheingold, the dry beer. Year after year, more and more people are asking for Rheingold Extra Dry. And why? The beer itself will tell you why. With its real beer taste, its refreshing extra dryness, never bitter, never sweet, never equaled. Rheingold is New York's original dry beer, brewed of costlier ingredients, the slower, natural way. Brewed by the finest of brewmasters, men who know how to achieve the real beer taste no other beer can imitate. Yes, Rheingold is beer as beer should be brewed. The result is beer as beer should taste. And that's the reason for Rheingold's tremendous popularity. The reason why, wherever you go, whatever the season, you see that this one beer is the East's big favorite. Rheingold Extra Dry.
There's nothing that I can add in this case to the views that you've just heard from Captain Morse. Deputy Randall was found guilty of burglary in the second degree and sentenced to the state prison for from 1 to 14 years. I would like to say that both of Randall's partners, Deputies Wilson and Moore, were entirely cleared of any participation with Randall in those burglaries. Now, may I present Eugene W. Biscaluse, Sheriff of Los Angeles County.
Friends, the members of the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department are pleased to furnish technical advice for Code 3, so you may enjoy an authentic presentation of law enforcement. I hope you'll be with us again next week. Thank you very much.